tell us when you're ready. John, Bill Brown.
Hey, Bill, nice to see you.
Nice to see you as well. Thanks for carving out the time to talk with me.
No problem.
Man, I'll tell you what, it's makes a big difference to be a Toyota dealer this year, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely. The inventory depletion last year was a killer. It sucked having guys come in looking for a specific vehicle or even a trim level and not having it on the lot. That was horrible.
Yeah, and you probably saw folks that you would normally have sold a car to that ended up buying Fords and Chevys and
Lost a lot to other brands for sure.
So you've had an interesting series of years. We had the recall a couple years ago, tsunami last year, and now we've got this power window switch issue. What do you think the impact of that is for a local Toyota dealer?
Well, you know, in years past, the Fed hasn't done us any favors when they put out the fires right away that we've got a recall coming. But you know, if you handle it right and you get these folks in and you can convert them to getting a little additional service done, and you can prove to them that your dealership is really strong in reputation, you might be able to gain some customers out of that.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, there's no doubt that through the recall, you guys definitely took a bad situation and made it into a good one. So.
To some degree, yeah. I mean, then the tsunami hurt us a little bit, but we're getting back.
So the manufacturer Toyota is doing a great job with innovation right now in regards to new models. You've got Prius launching, Highlander's coming up, RAV4, and Avalon. Which model has got you the most excited?
Well, you know, we're strong in SUVs here in the market, so RAV4 obviously jumps to the top of that list. We feel that with the Avalon coming through this year, kind of filling that void between high-end luxury and the economy cars, puts us in a good position with our own version of luxury car at a better price.
What are you thinking about when it comes to the Avalon and its segmentation with Lexus? Is that an area that Toyota's looking at?
Yeah, it seems
avoid on?
Trying to fill that gap a little bit, something more affordable that's got a lot of the same bells and whistles and comes across as the same level trim on that level car.
Shreveport seems like this is going to be a good market for that type of model.
Yes.
You know, John, what I'd like to do now, with your permission, is we've developed more or less a market share report with some insights. I'd like to share that with you now, if that's okay.
Sure, absolutely.
So you'll notice that we've scaled what's going on nationally with the market, and Shreveport's doing pretty well when you look at the national growth factor for units sold. And then we bring it all the way down to your brand and the performance of your brand, and then finally all the way down to how the dealers are performing within your brand.
Well, where does this data come from? I mean, is this something your company just put out? I've never seen this report before.
This is all actually from Polk, RL Polk data, and it's based on vehicle registrations. So it's definitely science. Polk, as you know, is a very credible source for vehicle registrations. It's who all the manufacturers utilize to measure share against other brands. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So when we look at that, specifically within Toyota, I've noticed that your dealership has lost 5 points of share over the trailing 3 months. Have there been any inventory disadvantages that you've had against some of your Toyota competition here?
None specifically. I mean, we're holding our own. Cars are a little bit tough to come by, but trucks are still there. So no, I wouldn't say that we've got any concerns.
It really jumps out at you when you look at the truck share. You're down over 10 points. What's causing that?
Well, you know, Harvey, he does a pretty good job with the Tundras. You know, he puts a lot of effort into that, and that's kind of his bell cow. So he works hard with the Tundras, but I've got the Tacoma market covered. I mean, I sell a lot more Tacomas than he does.
Now, my understanding is that this is a full-size pickup market. Lots of Silverados, a lot of F-150s/250s even in this market. it would appear that there's a Tundra opportunity just based on how the market purchases. Are you finding that to be the case?
I think there's definitely an opportunity out there when it comes to Tundra.
So, what do we think Harvey's doing?
You know, he's just real aggressive. I see him all over. I see him on billboards. I see him TV, radio, and I think he's on the local website.
You know, I was looking at your inventory levels on cars.com, and I did notice one thing that's part of this campaign, which I think is actually contributing to his sales. He actually owns the power positions for Toyota in this market, and his campaign focuses on a new Tundra incentive. I don't know if you've seen this.
I haven't seen that one.
It's literally positioning himself as the Tundra king in this market, saying he'll take $8,000 off MSRP, which we know is a little bit of a shell game. So anyway, just some food for thought. He's clearly pegged that as a strategy, and we may want to look at that as we talk further.
All right.
So your growing SUV share, is this tied to aggressively closing out the 2012 RAV4?
Yeah, I mean, I'd say we price well, and we are going after the SUV market. RAV4 has been our staple for a while now.
I've also noticed that we're losing share within the car segment as well, which we know is a lot of that is driven by Corolla and Camry. Are you envisioning that Avalon gives you an opportunity to perhaps make that up?
Yeah, I think the first one to really hit the market hard with Avalon will gain some market share there. I'd definitely like to be in that boat.
Okay. So out of what we've discussed, do you think there's any reason we wouldn't be able to win share back in any of those segments that we discussed?
No, if positioned right, I'd say there's a good opportunity there.
You know, you currently own, and you'll see it in the data, 49.8% of local Toyota sales. Literally half, right? What would you realistically like this number to be by the end of the year?
I'm thinking 65%.
That's aggressive.
Yeah, it is. I might have to find me a new sales manager if it doesn't come to fruition. But
man, they're hard to find, huh? That's 15 points, so I hope he buckles up. So, based on your current inventory levels, you clearly have the largest truck selection in the region.
Hold on one second, Bill. Let me get this. Hello? Yeah, you know what? That's going to have to wait a second. Nope. I got you, thanks.
Is this still a good time?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay. So based on your current inventory levels, you've obviously got the largest truck selection in the region. Should we be leveraging that to attempt to change the trend?
Yeah, I think that's definitely the place to start.
Yeah, I mean, we know that consumers are concerned about price, selection, trust, so that's got to be a key pillar for us. You know, RAV4 looks like an area we could continue to make gains with. You've done well with SUV. Are you thinking we focus on closing out the 2012s and then really switch over in the launch of the 2013 model?
Yeah, it's going to have to be pretty quick, though. I still have 13 or 14 of those bad boys on the lot, and the new rollout's coming here mid-August, so I'm going to have to get those cleaned up quick.
So you'll have 2013 on the ground by mid-August?
Yes.
Perfect. So the Avalon launch is clearly a huge opportunity and marketing priority for Toyota, and it starts in October. It's like right before Toyota. Are you thinking that you would like to dominate share in that model locally?
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely the one spot that I think that's still a jump ball.
So is that also 65%, or what are you thinking there?
Yeah, that's a good strong number.
So we talked a little bit about Toyotathon. Mid-November start, January 2nd it ends. Where do you see yourself being positioned in that national campaign?
Well, I'm going to do the same thing I do every year. I'm going to sit back and let the manufacturer handle the early few weeks. I'll hit it hard that last week of the year. That day after Christmas till January 2nd, that'll be my target, and I'll be really aggressive in that period.
Sounds like a good plan. I mean, that's totally in alignment when most Toyota sales happen in that last week, right?
Mm-hmm.
That week is becoming more and more important to car dealers.
Well, you get Christmas out of the way, and somebody didn't get the present they wanted, and they're gonna have to buckle up and buy a car.
Perfect. Well, what I'd like to do, John, is, with your permission, I'd like to take this information back, utilize all the local resources we have, and put some recommendations together for you based on what I've learned today. Would that be okay?
Sure, absolutely.
So I'm going to need about a week to marshal resources and make sure that I have a very concise plan of action for you. Does this time and day next week work for you?
Not next Wednesday's bad. I've got Toyota boys in here all day long, and they're going to keep me pretty occupied.
So that's Wednesday. Thursday, they're gone Wednesday, I'm going to assume?
They're just here for the day Wednesday.
So Thursday morning you'll be playing catch up, I'm sure. How about Thursday afternoon at 3?
Yeah, I can make that work. 3 o'clock Thursday, that's good.
Excellent. I'll tell you what, I'll send you an email just to recap so you can put it on your calendar. I really appreciate your time, John. I'm looking forward to putting something together for you.
Me too. Look forward to it.
Thank you.